Turns into a heated exchange between opponents and supporters of the plan. Several hundred people crammed into a meeting room at the Edgewater Inn.
The initiative rally disintegrated into a shouting match when Mariners supporters crashed the party.
They got your question. They got your question. They got your question. Give me a rest, pal.
Seattle police stood by as tensions rose, but there were no problems, just plenty of strong opinions.
And we will create a flood of the public saying, please include us in these decisions for stadiums.
King County Councilwoman MAGGIE FIMIA led the charge for a petition drive aimed at putting the Mariners Stadium on the ballot.
And the reason we want to put it to a vote is not because we're opposed to it, not because we're opposed to it, but because the public is opposed to it.
But Mariners supporters argue the public decision was made more than a year ago when the legislature, King County, and the team agreed on a deal to build the new ballpark.
What the initiative will do, it'll take the power and the responsibilities away from our elected officials, from my council member, and it'll give the responsibilities to us, the voters. And I think that's wrong. I think why we elected these council members is to stand up and to take these tough votes.
While stadium opponents passed around petitions inside, outside others like the Mills family of Bothell demonstrated in support of the baseball team. Either way, the stadium issue will come to a head here Monday. That's when the King County Council is expected to approve the bonds needed to finance the stadium, and petitioners vow to show up to try and stop them. In Seattle, Linda Byron, King 5 News.
The initiative would require a public vote for any county building or renovation project costing more than $50 million.
To this, a retractable roof stadium built in 1999, or we're out of here. They would not allow anything else on the table. They would not allow any decent public process 1 week.
A gathering in downtown Seattle today for a no vote, no stadium rally. Many want an initiative that would require voter approval for any bond issue that exceeds $50 million. Signatures are being collected in the next month. On Monday morning, King County Council members will vote on construction bonds for a new stadium.
And of course, we'll have more on that on Monday. Right now, and what will happen Monday when county leaders are expected to authorize the sale of construction bonds. KIRO's Bob Branham has the story.
Mariners fan Mike Gallo looked glum as he watched a steady stream of stadium opponents pour into the Edgewater Hotel.
I'm a season ticket holder. I enjoy baseball, and I don't know what the gripe here is at all.
He was about to find out.
The reason we want to put it to a vote is not because we're opposed to it, not because we're opposed to it, but because the public is opposed to it.
Chris Van Dyke heads Citizens for More Important Things. That group is sponsoring an initiative that would require a public vote any time the county council wants to raise more than $50 million in construction bonds. That would include almost any sizable building project, as well as the proposed new Mariners Stadium, whose price tag has grown to $336 million.
The initiative is a hammer. There is absolutely no doubt about it.
Even King County Councilmember MAGGIE FIMIA, a staunch stadium critic, says she only reluctantly supports the initiative, but most here are enthusiastic.
People ought to have a chance to vote, and those who enjoy baseball should pay for it. That's simple.
But a handful of others read the rally as an attack against the Mariners. And before long, the temperature in the already stuffy room rose higher.
Right, get out.
This is not...
Mariners fan Dan Sexton, a plumber from Bothell, drew much of that heat.
Probably vote against everything. They're against building anything. They were against the commons. They were against the RTA. They're against school levies. They're, they say they're for more important things, but they wind up voting against anything and everything.
The petition gatherers plan to flood the King County Council members with signatures during their meeting on Monday to authorize bonds for the new stadium. They claim that should stop the process in its tracks. If today's rally is any indication, that Monday session should be a lively one as well. Bob Branham, KIRO News, Seattle.
The meeting of the King County Council gets underway Monday morning at 9:30 in the county courthouse.
Well, that's all about baseball. Bob Harwood's here to talk about basketball.
The group Citizens for More Important Things used the rally to kick off their signature drive. The group is made up of people both for and against that project, but they're asking the project to be put up to a vote of the people and not just members of the King County Council. The initiative would require a public vote on any county bond issue of more than $50 million. Well, we are hoping for a better weather as this new week wears on.
What the initiative will do, it'll take the power and the responsibilities away from our elected officials, from my council member, and it'll give the responsibilities to us, the voters. And I think that's wrong. I think why we elected these council members is to stand up and to take these tough votes.
While stadium opponents passed around petitions inside, outside others like the Mills family of Bothell demonstrated in support of the baseball team.
Either way, the issue is expected to come to a head tomorrow. That's when the King County Council is expected to approve the bonds needed to finance the stadium. Petitioners vow to try and stop them. The initiative would require a public vote for any county building or...
We've been given one solution to this, a retractable roof stadium built in 1999, or we're out of here. They would not allow anything else on the table. They would not allow any decent public process 1 week.
Yesterday, people who want to force a public vote on the stadium matter gathered in downtown Seattle for a rally. They are trying to garner support for a petition drive. Quite a surprise as the...
decide whether to build the stadium. Right now, King County is authorized to impose special taxes on construction of sports stadiums. And supporters say this will only delay the project, which could send the team packing. But some lawmakers say the public needs to have a vote.
So all I'm asking for is a public vote. If the vote says, hey, let's spend that money, I'm with it.
With all due respect, I think the timing of this bill makes absolutely no sense to me. I think the legislature has already done your job. You've already made the hard choices and the hard decisions here. And
a judge recently ruled that the county could issue bonds to pay for the stadium, but that decision is on appeal. A groundbreaking ceremony for the new ballpark is set for next weekend. Well, check out what's in store for you weather-wise in the Northwest Weather Center next, and also coming up on